Nerd Gaming. We are doing a renovation today, kind of reworking Esther's house to fit where we are in this challenge now. We had a big kind of growing room slash conservatory where we could build our skills and have our garden, but now we want to have an heir soon, so I had to reclaim that space. So we're reworking the house, trying to find a layout that I like, and moving all the garden outside. The cool thing is if you don't use walls and you just use posts and a roof, it doesn't take away any of the square footage from your tiny home. So that is a blessing. So I can have a big area that's covered and safe for my plants and for our skill building that we can't fit in the tiny home, and still reap all the benefits of the skill increases on the lot. So big hack there if you're into it. I don't know if these are called corbels. I can't remember, but I'm not the best with architectural lingo. But I just wanted some support kind of in place for these posts, so it didn't look like everything was just magically floating there. Since I can't have spandrels or it'll add walls. And you know, everyone's favorite part, roofing. I think we get there, but I couldn't decide how like big and crazy I wanted this roof to be. But I think we go for like a half hipped right here, and it just kind of brings it together. Yeah, I think I ended up going for hipped everywhere else but the front. Just, I don't know, it looked odd to me. Again, I'm not a great builder. I have to tell you guys that. I think it's obvious probably at this point. But this whole challenge, the point of it is actually for me to get better at building, to have to rebuild the whole world. So you're watching me try to improve in real time. So also, if you have any tips or tricks you want to share with me in the comments, I am all ears, because I need all the help I can get, you know? I love these windows. I think they're from Growing Together, which is a fairly new pack to me. So it's probably part of the novelty, is like, whoa. Because before that, like, Strangerville is my go-to for windows and doors. I just kind of love that old Victorian feeling they have. But yeah, I thought these windows looked really good. We end up kind of going in a really nice, like, muted colorway with everything. And then I'm placing just a few of the things we have in our inventory from the previous build, because I'm not rebuying all of those items we spent so much money on. But because we have kind of changed the way we built the house, we do end up like getting some money back. I think we saved a lot of money in some of this build here from we went back to like the smallest tiny home, I think. The smallest or the second smallest, I can't remember. Because I think when in the most recent, well, not 13, but I guess video 12 of the challenge, you'll see, I think we're in the third class of the tiny home tier, and it was just a little too big in the wrong way. And I wanted kind of an awning here to have an outdoor space that was safe for Dakota to like sit in a rocking chair and have a little dog bed next to her and knit. You know, that's her life aspiration right now. So we're trying to do that. Again, I like this. We went green this time instead of like blue, because I just wanted to have some more color, something more interesting. And again, I kind of really like this like muted, and I thought the yellow was cute, so we went with a yellow and blue colorway in the windows. And then this awning matched almost perfectly. Not perfect, but close enough that I was really happy. And then this squishy little bedroom, trying to find the right setup, trying to find a wardrobe in here. Then with these tiny little dressing tables I thought were cute, but couldn't get them to match the vibes. This one also kind of almost worked, but I think it was still giving like kitchen hutch vibes more than bedroom dresser vibes. And so we find a couple things. I think this one's is it from Horse Ranch? I'm not sure. But I really like this one of, that's kind of like an open closet feel. I think it's this one right here that we choose. I was like, okay, this feels like something you would do if you don't have a lot of storage. And then I was like, well, can I get another one in here? But I don't think we can. So I get this, I think I end up with like a night table and this cute little like fan on top that's CC. I think it's 6M CC. I'll have to double check that. But they're really cute. And sometimes these little fans work in place of a thermostat, which I like a lot, so I don't have to have a thermostat on the wall somewhere. Right now, every bit of this house is premium real estate, so the more we can get away with, the better. And I just thought it was really cute because a lot of people do like have to have a fan on them like when they sleep. So I thought that was kind of a touch of realism there. And then we go into the bathroom. And I know this setup looks like it shouldn't work, but it totally does as long as they have like a full square in between, kind of diagonal there. They can get through because they just need to get to the front of the bathtub. They don't have to access the whole side of the bathtub. Kind of like the bed. As long as they can get to that top of the bed, then they can use it. They don't need to access like the whole bed. So it just kind of created a little bit of space because I kind of hate having the sink and the tub like butted up against, or I'm sorry, the sink and the toilet butted up against each other. This kitchen also to me is like the heart and soul of Esther's home. I've tried to keep it from the first instance of this tiny home. I think we're on like the third build of it because the first one was just like a room, basically an efficiency just so she could survive. But now it's finally starting to try to be like a real home. And like I said, the whole point is so we can add a nursery. So I wanted this to be a place like it would be like a nice family feeling, but very tiny. Now, I'm hoping that now that we have the produce market started and this house where we can really gain some skills to the max ability, by the time our heir is an adult, we'll have enough money to just make this a normal sized nice house because we'll have enough money, hopefully, to do that. We'll have the stall hopefully becomes its own full market. We'll see if we can get to that. Those are like the three goals. Have an heir, have this house become full, and have the produce market become like a full produce market and not just a stall. But it's really tough. This is really, really tough. and like I said, for half of this challenge, more than half of this challenge now, Esther's been a ghost. So that's been really tough too. I was sad to see our 3-tile couch not fit in this room anymore, but we had to go with something small. And while I didn't get like the busy kind of funky colorway I was hoping for, I think it has a nice like shape to it that's kind of more unique. Not too crazy, but definitely more than the basic. Maybe I'm imagining it. I don't know. And then this is our old console that we added in. And the little dog beds. Moving the door around to make sure everybody can get in and everything works. And I know it does. I have play tested this house. And I kind of like that this rug almost divides this room perfectly in half. I don't know if everybody else likes it. I like it, so let me know what you think of that. I'd love any feedback I can get, honestly. And then our trinkets, you know, our first carvings and stuff we made, our first treasures we dug up. We put our little elephant on top of the fridge here for good luck. I don't know if y'all know about it, but if you know, you know. Elephants facing into the house. And then, yeah, I thought that cow plant skull was like, I guess it's just a cow skull, honestly, was perfect. And these two paintings are from the old house, and I love them so much I couldn't let them go. So I put them in the bedroom. And then, yeah, this radio turntable doesn't slot on there. I have to like raise it up using the 9 key. And same thing like with the elephant. I do a lot of having to like make things fit where I want them. Especially in a tiny home and clutter, man. You don't get a lot of leeway there. The dog's toys and another bed out here. And then our little bits and bobs machine. Recycler. I feel like I'm such an old person. I'm like, I don't remember the name of nothing. I just know that I like it. And yeah, these like translucent curtains, I just use them everywhere because I just feel like they match everything and they have a nice clean look about them, but still kind of the feminine touch I would imagine like Esther would like on things. And then we're looking for this little nursery that I want it to have like Esther's, again, boho decor style, but I kind of think I lean on like the tiny travelers a lot, and this folding changing station, because then I don't have to have a changing table, because again I have like no space in here. But we'll see if that works. I just don't know. I don't know if the Sims have enough room to stand next to the changing table or not. We might have to give up on our end table, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens when the baby comes. I feel like they need a chair. And I used to have one of these in their bedroom, so to move it in here felt kind of nice. And just to sit next to the little cradle, like if you're sitting with the baby, reading that to them to sleep. And like, I really liked this CC rug. Had a lot of like personality to it. And then it's just lighting up the place with our old lights. You kind of see me spinning around, making sure everything looks nice and lit. And then I find this like kind of orangey mural CC I have, because yellow and orange is kind of the air's colors, I've decided. That's usually what happens is I start decorating for the kids and I'll just lean in on a color and then that's their color. Kind of in a not so berry kind of way. See, I like these tiles because they really match the shower perfectly on the walls, but I felt like it was too much. It started to feel like a prison bathroom or something. So I had to change the rest of the wall. But I left the part where the shower was, hoping it would kind of like blend. I still don't know how I feel about that, but I was hoping it kind of works. And then I think for our bedroom, or the main master bedroom, I think I also do that where I have like a feature wall for them and then the rest is like a color. I can't remember if I did that for them or if I did that in my super save. I might have just done the plain color for this one. I've been building a lot. I've been really trying, guys, to get better. But it's hard. It's hard. It takes a lot of practice to be good at building. And, you know, I want to be there one day. One day. But right now, I think my strength is still in casts more than building. And I went with this light blue kind of Western vibes and this white trim. And I think I kind of go with a white floor because of that. Also, I felt like our door was just overwhelming the inside of the house. From the outside, it looked okay, but from the inside, it really was overwhelming. So I changed it up and went for a single tile door of the same style. And then I finished doing all these, I think they're corbels, but I might be embarrassing myself here. And then just moving all of our gardening stuff basically outside. I know we did have like a little garden on the side of the house too, so it's kind of like merging of the two. And just moving all our plants. Our lovely little bee box. I can't live without my bees, my little helpers. And yeah, all going through all of our plants and trying to organize them in some kind of way. Remember how I had them organized before. And the garden, you know, is super important to Esther as well, because we really do a lot of canning for the produce, because as much as I like to try to sell plants, selling them one by one for like 3 simoleons a piece is just not doing it. So our produce shop has a good mix of woodworking and crystals, because we have a couple crystal trees you'll see me bring in here. Woodworking and crystals and canning and beeswax and honey, and we do a little bit of here, like you can tell, flower arranging. I really love the little flower spot. I think I have more fun decorating it than honestly making the flowers. But yeah, I figured they would have a nice solid gardening area having all these plants, you know. And of course, this is a lot of CC. I can't remember who's making all this CC. But if I can add it, you know, ask me and I'll get you the name of anything you're curious about. Anywhere can I find it? So let me know. I'll be happy to share and spend the time actually digging it out of my CC folder, which is like 30 gigs at this point. It's ridiculous. So yeah, we got our fizzing machine. Oh, that's right. We also do fizzing drinks. We sell a lot of those. Actually, we don't sell a lot. We have a lot for sale, is really what I mean. We sell mostly preserves, specifically cow plant berries, which is insane to me, but it goes like crazy. And yeah, making sure everything kind of looks nice and available to the Sims, that they can get to it. And then I'm trying to make room for those crystal trees because they're huge, but they are great and they are a great money maker. I know they're not everyone's vibe. And sometimes when you move them, they will like reset themselves. So I do just cheat them back to the maturity that they were when I restart the game, because I'm not waiting for them to take like 2 weeks in game to grow again. That's just not going to happen. I don't have that kind of patience. And then I was trying to maybe dress up the front of the house a little bit with some friezes and some posts, but ultimately I didn't like any of it. It just, I don't know. So I was like, well, you know what? I'd rather have like a plain, clean look than something that just doesn't work, because I wanted to have something there. I don't know. Maybe I'm too hard on myself with that, but we're doing this little area, making it look nice, I had to set aside all our greenery kind of in the back of the lot there so I could move it back when I was ready for it. And then I think I was like, nah, I like the grass more. Let's put a rug there instead. It was like it might be one of the werewolves, like old beat up rugs that looked like it would make sense to be outside. And then yeah, just kind of dressing up this foundation a little bit. It's one of those tricks I always like, to just kind of hide the foundation with some of those hedge bushes. And then we're going to do a little walkthrough of the final house. Again, if you saw my episode 13, you've seen this already. But yeah, our little kitchen. I didn't do a backsplash. It just felt too small in here. I didn't think it needed it. Yeah, and our little wall hang, I thought, kind of fit. I think the yellow is a good complement for the blue. And Maya looking longingly out the window in the new bedroom. And I put Dakota's cross stitch and knitting stuff out there, or on her side of the bed. And then we go into the bathroom. I really like that CC tile. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about the shower tile going all the way up, but it at least matches, I guess. I do really like the nursery room. It is tiny. This kid's going to have the tiniest bedroom, and I am sorry to them for that. But I thought it looks really cute. I really liked it. It's probably my favorite out of all the stuff in the new house. And then I had to readjust the camera for a second before we could go into the new living room with our radio and our computer and our little macrame and our TV, you know. And we'll eventually fill that new big one with hopefully a full family photo, which would be nice. And I know my bee looks weird on the inside at that height, but I like it from the outside at that height, so it's just going to have to be that way. You don't normally look up like that when we're in the gameplay, so I think it's okay. And then we're going to go into our little garden, our mailbox here. I always like the flower-covered mailbox. I use it all the time. And I guess it's like super early morning when I built this, so it's like sunrise, but, you know, you can still see what's going on out here. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Our nice little planting workspace, and our woodworking table, and our fizzing station, and all the plants we've been working really hard to grow. Vertical planters are just such a space saver. I have to use them. There's our swans out here. Showing you basically the outside is almost all the same. I did miss that one white post for some reason. I totally didn't see it. But yeah, Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.